everyone. I'm gonna report my assignment 1, entrepreneurship. So outline and discuss the evolution of entrepreneurship. So most of abundance in the possessions of the decision class claiming one owns businesses was an uncommon sight. The old the old world business visionaries generally comprised of dealers and experts. A lot of dealers made their own businesses. However, a great deal of the time business and associations were given over age to age. So talented craftsmanship was another family issues. Yet anybody was the right associations that was adequately fortunate to land an apprenticeship and prevail at is ready to accent the financial stepping and stool somewhat higher. So in the Middle Age, entrepreneur is described as someone who is involved in the care and control of a large production projects. It is possible to control the project using the resources provided by the government. So in the 7th century, the evolution of entrepreneurship can be related with the relationship between risk and entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is the person who signed a contract assigned with the government to provide a service or supply products that have been determined. In the 18th century, the person with capital was differentiated from the one who needed capital. The entrepreneur was distinguished from the capital provider. So one of the reason is differentiation was industrialization occurring throughout the world, and in in 19th 20th century, entrepreneurs are not always associated with the management according to Merriam-Webster online dictionary. Then an entrepreneur is one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of business or an enterprise. The entrepreneur organizes and manages uh, the businesses for the use of the land, the service he employs, and the capital he requires. So in the middle of 20th century, the function of the entrepreneur is to recreate or revolutionize the pattern of production by introducing an invention. So innovation, the act of introducing some new idea, is the most difficult task for entrepreneurship. For example, Edward Harriman. So he who recognized the railroad, the United States, and John Morgan, who developed the large banking house by recognizing and financing the nation's industry. And in the 21st century, entrepreneurs are known as a hero for free enterprise market. A entrepreneur of the country created many products and services and is willingly face a lot risk in the business. So the future entrepreneurship will be growth, will develop of technologies. The modern technologies in the internet have improved the ways of conducting the businesses. Uh, Number two, describe the challenges and opportunities of the Filipino entrepreneurs. So in the Philippines, newly industrialized economy has been tipped as being among the most promising in the world. But doing business can be a tricky task without the help of local experts. So mga challenges na og opportunity sa matubang nato as a Filipino entrepreneurs. So first is dealing with construction permits. No, gaining construction permits is a long, complicated, and very expensive task. And there are 29 procedures to navigate, taking 84 days on average. Then the most correspondence will be with the city. The challenges of One of the challenges is getting electricity. Registering your property. Property registration can take up to 2 months, 2 months labing dako, 2 months o 1 month. So getting credit and protecting investors, paying taxes, trading across borders, enforcing contracts, uh, resolving insolvency, So, ang opportunity in the Philippines businesses venture has been becoming gigantically in the course of recent years since the public authority is really and persistently permitting this in on the ground that its effect and economy goes from the welcoming more contest in the market which then at that additionally giving new position freedoms to the forthcoming labor force. Most people in the Philippines are employed in the formal sector. Around 38% are self-employed, running running small scale small scale businesses and barely making a living. Entrepreneurship allows people to escape the informal economy and create social agreement in more established sectors and make more money. So number three, describing the characteristic and nature of the Philippine economy. So the Philippines is ranked 12 among 40 countries in the Asia Pacific region, and its overall score above is regional and world average. So the Philippine economy remained in the ranks of the moderately free this year. The regulatory environment is overly bureaucratic and costly for both business and inventors. Or special concern are weaknesses in the judicial system in the government failure to counter ongoing corruption effectively. Impact of COVID-19 as of December 1, 2020, 8,418 deaths had been attributed to the pandemic in the Philippines, and the economy was forecast contracted by 8.3% for the year. So, number 4, cite and demonstrate the attributes, qualities, and characteristics of an entrepreneur. Decision making. Number 1 is decision making. Being able to make decision quickly is an important characteristic for entrepreneur because it can be a difference between success and failure. So first is decision making. Being able to make decisions quickly is important characteristic for entrepreneur because it can be the difference between success and failure. So the second is the vision. The best entrepreneurs has a vision as to what they want to achieve, how they can accomplish their objectives, and whom they need to their side to reach their goals. Their vision acts like a compass that points them in the direction of opportunities that perhaps no one else has found. They also have the ability to translate their vision in way that staff and investors can understand. Through networking opportunities, entrepreneurs can find people they want to align with them. So the third is confidence. Without confidence or self-belief, entrepreneurs cannot possibly succeed. They have to be confident both in themselves and in the products or services they sell. If they believe in themselves, they will have the ability to stay in the course, regardless difficulties or discouragement. So the fourth is motivation. Entrepreneurs any by nature motivated. After all, they put in a long hours to get their ventures off the ground and invest a large sums. So something everything they have to pursue their dreams. They do all this knowing that it could it could take months or even years for them to possibly reap the fruit of their labor. And despite of their hard work, know that there is a chance that their efforts won't be rewarded with material success. So, and yet they refuse to give into a fear of failure. So strong motivation and not to mention a steely focus is needed to stick up with ventures over the long haul. So the last one is passion. Passion is another characteristic of entrepreneurs. While a good payday at the end of the tunnel is good for motivation, entrepreneurs tend to be more driven by a passion for their offering as well as desire to make difference. The passion or drive also helps sustain entrepreneurs during periods which discouragement might otherwise manifest itself. That's all. Thank you.